An interstellar cargo ship called Demeter 227 is on its way to a distant planet with colonizers in a cryosleep. But during the voyage, in the vicinity of the peculiar and mysterious planet called Vesta, some strange critical malfunction occurs. The crew members of the ship escape Demeter in order to survive. They land on Vesta. Separated from each other, now they must explore this absolutely strange, dangerous, but also beautiful alien world full of fantastic alien life forms. Some of them resemble life forms on Earth, some do not resemble anything that humans are familiar with. This is the plot of Scavengers Reign, one of the best shows that I have seen this year. And certainly the best science fiction that I have watched recently. In a time when there is a lot of frankly mediocre or even outright terrible content, stories like this might easily get lost and remain with no attention. Scavengers Reign is based on a short animated film Scavengers, which was released on YouTube in 2019. It didn't immediately blow up, but caught the attention of HBO nonetheless due to its creative concepts and animation. It is quite baffling that not many people even heard about the show's existence. Probably the fact that it is not possible to legally watch the show outside the US isn't helping. The show follows three separate storylines. The characters are the surviving crew members from Demeter. They try to find food, fuel, explore the place where they got stuck, believing that Demeter is gone and that everyone who was in a cryosleep is dead. However, Demeter falls on the surface of Vesta one night, which gives surviving crew members hope that the astronauts are not dead and that they still can be saved. The survivors now must get to Demeter, or whatever was left of the ship, in order to wake up the astronauts. The first storyline follows characters named Sam and Ursula. It's my favorite part of the show. All my favorite moments are here. In the second episode called This Storm, Ursula and Sam have to find shelter from a terrible raging storm. Seeing that they won't get to the caves in time, Ursula suggests hiding inside of a colony of organisms, inside of a bigger sea creature. And then this colony gets attacked by carnivorous parasites. We witness an alien ecosystem, an alien life circle. In the sixth episode, Sam and Ursula are chased by a creepy clone of Sam, while Sam himself is suffering from fever. This episode almost turns into cosmic horror. There are a lot of elements of horror, but this show never really becomes fully horror. Closer to the end of the show, Sam becomes a host for a heart parasite, who is slowly taking control of Sam's body, and his conscience too. The second storyline follows Ozzy and Levi. Levi is an AI robot, but something on Vesta slowly changes Levi's nature, making it more conscious, making it feel sentient feelings and experience sentient emotions. This is another great concept, but too bad the show doesn't explore it properly. But it's fascinating to watch nonetheless. The third storyline is my least favorite. It's about a man named Cayman who almost loses his mind after spending many days on Vesta. But unlike the previous characters, Cayman spends his days completely alone, surrounded only by alien nature. Loneliness and the sense of guilt that torment Cayman make him go delirious. We learn Cayman's story before the collapse of Demeter through his memories and his strange acid visions. A strange creature finds Cayman, feeding him with a strange mind-controlling liquid, which subjugates Cayman's already troubled mind. If you expect any answers or explanation on what's going on, then you're not getting anything. The show really doesn't explain what's happening. After watching the first 3 episodes, I didn't even know what the plot was, and where the story was even going. Whatever happens, it won't be explained in most cases. You just need to watch. You just need to experience it. Everything else is also great. The animation is amazing. The frame frequency changes depending on the scene. The artwork is much different from the original short film. The show obviously looks better than the short, and the character design was improved too. And the soundtrack ranges from a calming classical piano arrangement to completely bizarre rich orchestral melodies. Animators and writers just let themselves do whatever they want. So many bizarre concepts and ideas. Bizarre alien creatures, plants, gorgeous landscapes. The show just looks beautiful aesthetically. After finishing Scavengers Reign, I had nothing to say, literally. I was just sitting in front of my TV and contemplating what I just saw. This doesn't happen too often. The ending teases another season, but at the same time it is satisfying enough, it doesn't necessarily imply that there will be a second season. The creators of Scavengers Reign clearly expressed their desire to write a long sci-fi story with multiple seasons. But who knows if we're ever gonna see the second season. Anyway, these 12 episodes we have are great. The show is fantastic. Obviously it isn't perfect and has some weird writing choices, some characters that I think don't really fit the story. But overall Scavengers Reign is an amazing show in many ways. Definitely the best science fiction that I've seen this year so far. So creative and original. And I do encourage you to watch it if you're interested. The show certainly deserves more attention. We need more clever and thoughtful animation. As usual, I am Equestria Guy, and see you again.